Last of Us came into, the pop cultural consciousness with two of the greatest video games ever made, certainly the two greatest stories in video games ever told. And then it became a television series. And a lot of people thought, wait a minute, they're actually making that into a series? What? Could this be the game that breaks the curse of video game on the screen stuff sucking? Maybe. Well, it came out and it blew everybody away. It's, I think, maybe the best thing currently in between seasons on television right now. I think it's even better than House of the Dragon. I just love the show. It takes you through all the different emotions, the crying, the cheering, the laughing, incredible performances up and down. I could just wax poetic about Last of Us all day. But the question has been, when are we going to get season 2? Well, now it looks like we may be starting to get some answers. This comes to us from the folks over at Screen Rant who wrote the following. HBO's The Last of Us Season 2 receives a tentative filming start date as the next chapter of the PlayStation video game adaptations is expected to start filming in early of 2024. The hit show starred Pedro Pascal as smuggler Joel Miller, who is hired to escort Bella Ramsey's Ellie Williams across a North America ravaged by a deadly fungal virus that turns victims into monstrous beings. The Last of Us Season 2 will pick up after Season 1, adapting the events of the 2020 video game sequel, The Last of Us Part 2. A couple of interesting things about that is, from what we understand and from what I've heard in interviews, it sounds like they're breaking up the second game into 2 seasons. So from what I understand, like Season 2 will be the first part of Last of Us 2, the video game, and then Season 3 would be the second part of the Last of Us 2 video game. How true that is, we'll find out soon. Look, number one, I'm very excited to hear that they've got plans to start rolling on this in what they're calling early 2024. That means they could be getting cameras rolling in as little as 2 to 3 months, which is great. We heard the showrunner say recently that they pretty much have everything ready to go as soon as the actor strike is over. So whenever the actor strike is over, hopefully they'll be able to get everything ramped up and ready to go for an early 2024 thing. Now, for those of you who might be like me and might be thinking, ooh, if they shoot in early 2024, maybe there's a possibility we could get The Last of Us Season 2 in 2024. Unfortunately, no. The CEO of HBO shot that down immediately, says they're looking at it being a 2025 release. And Kris, I mean, again, that hurts my heart a little bit. Like, I don't know why. I still don't know why. That just a few years ago, every television show had like 20 episodes a season, and they were able to have new seasons every year like clockwork ready to go. Why today these streaming shows can have like 3 episodes or 5 episodes or 10 episodes, and they need like 2.5 years to get everything running. Granted, in this particular situation, we've had a couple of strikes. That has definitely affected things. But I still remember before the strikes, HBO saying, probably looking at having Last of Us in 2025. It's like, what? Really? But I guess me being upset about that is just kind of also a testament to how much I love the show.
Yeah.
Because if it was another season of a show I didn't care about, I'd be like, okay, whatever, it comes out in 2025. I just want this thing back, but at least it's going to be going back in front of the cameras. Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, Marine Lair. It's official, guys. I have found the softest t-shirt of all time, so soft, it's ridiculous. All thanks to the San Francisco-based Marine Lair. Marine Lair is the go-to brand for great fitting and stylish closet staples. Their clothes are that perfect mix of laid-back style and also looks and feels premium. It's time to invest in a wardrobe that will actually last. For a limited time, the John Campea Show viewers and listeners get an exclusive 15% off with the code Campea15 at marinelair.com. Now, guys, I am not the most fashionable guy in the world, but I appreciate a good looking shirt, but more importantly, I appreciate a comfortable shirt. And the shirts that I've got from Marine Lair fit both of those beautifully. And they've even got sizes like Marge, which is in between medium and large, so everyone can get their perfect fit. The best part, if you buy any 3 tees from Marine Lair, you automatically get 20% off. And Marine Lair goes way beyond just t-shirts too. They've got super laid back overshirts, pants, jackets, and all the cozy layers you want for the cooler seasons. I think we can all admit that the perfect tee can be hard to find. Look no further than Marine Lair. For a limited time, get 15% off with the code Campea15 at marinelair.com. That's Campea15 for 15% off your entire order at marinelair.com. Saving your closet one shirt at a time. What do you think about these announcements that it sounds like hopefully in the next couple of months they're going to be shooting? We still have to wait till 2025. And where's your anticipation level like right now for The Last of Us Season 2?
Oh man, I want it, but I don't because I know what happens, right? At least some of it. I know some things and they make me very sad. We also have to take into consideration when it comes to these streaming shows, not only have we had several strikes, changes in writer room sizes, all those kinds of things. Also, for COVID protocols was a big thing for that first season too, slowing things down. And some of those have remained in place too, just for the safety of everyone on set. But I am ravenous for this content, right? I love this show. Again, a wonderful example of this IP being mined correctly because they stuck exactly to the formula for what they needed to, and then they made changes where it did work more for this particular medium. One of the problems with a lot of video game adaptations is trying to either completely regurgitate it. We see it with comic book movies too, right? Watchmen was almost panel for panel in some moments, and that didn't always translate for movie-going audiences. And Last of Us did a really great job of, okay, how can we create that same sense of agency you feel with Sarah without you actually playing as her?
Right.
Okay, how can we have you experience this? How can we make this feel more relatable to the world you currently live in? And they just really executed everything so well. Plus the acting in that show. I mean, come on. Pedro and Bella's chemistry is so good. It's so good. I'm bummed that we're not getting it for a while, but it's one of those things too where I don't want them to rush excellence. And that first season was so great that if they need to take their time, especially in light of the everything that's been happening, I want those same really solid scripts, those beautiful nuanced moments, and still the creepy crawlerness of the clickers.
You know, it was one of those rare examples of a show that was able to work as a drama. It was able to work at times as a horror. And like, I always talk about how movies, and to a degree also television, they're meant to be experiential events, giving us emotional experiences. And every episode that I've watched of Last of Us, I walked away with a definitive emotional experience. I mean, all you got to do in our culture, and what other show can you do this with, is just say to somebody, episode 3. And people just know what you're talking about. All you got to say is episode 3. Ann and I went to go see Nick Offerman do a one-man show a couple of months ago. And one of the things he talked about on stage was saying, you know, it's really funny. He goes, in all the years that I played Ron Swanson and all that kind of stuff, I've never had somebody just come up to me and just say, episode 3, or like just say the number of an episode. And he said, everybody just knows what that is now. And again, one of the most powerful, gut wrenching, emotionally moving episodes of television I've ever seen.
And what a way to take what was in the video game and elevate it.
Yes.
Because that story is wildly different in the games, and it's heartbreaking in a different way, where it's just, this gave you a, hey, there's a reason you should fight for this world still.
Yeah.
Because love is still in it. And, oh, it's so beautiful. Oh my gosh, when they're eating their strawberries. Oh God.
Oh my God, when they're eating their strawberries.
I love them.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.